So this is Darci's Corner. It's May 22nd, 2022. This is my second attempt to record this because I get so distracted so easily. I'm ADHD. Now I realize some people might misinterpret this as being some sort of a sexual thing, and it isn't really. It's a nice flowery dress that it's a summertime dress. It's summertime in Canada now, and when it's here, I like to enjoy it. I don't quite fill out the dress right, but that's because my body proportions aren't quite right. But I can't help that. My last Darci's Corner that I recorded was really quite sad because I was remembering how I was feeling suicidal in December and how my workplace made me feel suicidal by telling me that anytime I spoke to a teenager, I was basically grooming them. And if I dared show anybody any type of pictures at all on my phone, like the one that you're looking at right now, that was the same as pornography. And didn't I know that? And that had me really upset. I was going to end my life in December because of that. And I didn't. And I'm still here. And the reason I'm still here is because I protect myself as best I can from any influence at all that will put me back in that mindset that tells me that I'm a monster, or that I need to change, or that this is wrong, or that they know more than I do about what my gender is, or what my intentions are. You know, believe it or not, trans people also have lives outside of just being trans, and sometimes they talk to people, sometimes they meet people, sometimes they get a new person in their life, and they might want to share that information with people who they think are their friends. And they're not grooming those people, they're just sharing, look, I went to lunch with this guy, or girl, or whoever. And when you curb our ability to share that stuff, you make our life so dangerous. If I can't tell somebody I met this person, if I can't show you what this person looks like, what happens if that person kills me? And nobody knew I was meeting that person because I wasn't allowed to tell anybody. That's a real thing that happens to trans people all the time, is violence. And nobody knew. Well, of course nobody knew. We weren't allowed to tell anybody. It's not pornographic to say that I went for coffee with somebody. It's not grooming. And it's disgusting that people view that way. It's also disgusting that I have family members who will send me stupid things, trying to convince me why transition is wrong and how I've made the wrong choices in my life, and did I think about it? I'm 42 years old. I've been thinking about this since I was 30. I think I thought about it long enough. And honestly, sincerely wish I had dealt with this when I was a teenager. The reason I didn't deal with this when I was a teenager is because we had a don't say gay policy in my house. There weren't gay straight alliances in schools. I had no way of knowing that I was trans. I used to read a particular romance series, which wasn't really a romance series, it was historical fiction. It's Planet of the Cave Bear, for those of you who haven't read it. And it's about this caveman society and how they lived at the time. And I wanted to be the main hero in that story so bad when I was a teenager. And I didn't understand that. That didn't make any sense to me because the main hero in that story is a chick. But I wanted to be her. That was how I got through high school, was putting myself in that mindset of I am this person. I didn't realize that at the time. It's only now looking back on it that I realize how I got through high school without ever expressing this to anybody. It's because I lived it in my mind through these fictional characters. Um, that was how I did it back then. Anyway, if you're a person who is part of my life or wants to be part of my life and I've cut you out, it's because I'm afraid that one day you'll catch me in a weak moment when I'm not having a strong day. And then I'll get overwhelmed with the sadness, with the desire to end things. And I can't risk that. I'm sorry if you are a negative influence in my life, especially about this part of my life. I will cut you out because I have to protect myself. And that doesn't matter to me if we've been friends for 20 years or if you're somebody who raised me or was there when I was little. If you have the potential to put me back in that mindset where I don't want to live anymore, I'm going to remove you from my circle of influence. And most trans people will do the same thing if they can. You have to, the people who are kids who are stuck in transphobic homes where the mom or the dad are pouring that hate into them and letting them know they'll be cut off from everything if ever they dare. Man, that's child abuse. Anyway, so yeah, Darci's Corner. I am stable today. I am confident in who I am today. And I'm going to keep that. I'm going to protect that. And I'm not going to allow anybody in my circle of influence to endanger that ever. So just know that I have to protect myself against anybody that would encourage the dysphoria or the shame, because those thoughts lead to my death, and I'm not interested in engaging with those people. So anyway, this is Darci's Corner. Peace.